Well, guys, I would like to thank you for, again, taking the time out of your night to join me for my grand opening. Again, make sure you have something to write with and something to write on. There are going to be a lot of information going to be shared today. I would like to introduce somebody who has been a business partner of mine and a mentor. I was introduced to him the same way I'm being introducing you to him tonight. He's a 6-star in the company. He is a multi-7-figure earner. He's been in the industry since the late 1980s and has never held a job. He had the #1 radio show on Sirius Radio called Fight Club and is the owner of a top media company in the MMA world called Dojo.tv. My friend, my mentor, Chris Thomas.
Wow, I don't even know what to say. Thank you very much for that introduction. That was fantastic. I think what I'd like to actually do is carry Nikki on the road with me. So when I come out from now on, I want to have Nikki introduce me. That was really great. I was wondering who you were talking to for a second.
Oh, she's awesome, isn't she?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was really great. Listen, everybody, because this is an opening for a grand opening for Nikki. I would ask that you all take and *6 on your phone, which is going to mute the sounds out that you're in. At the end of the call, we'll open up the lines again, back for any questions or comments. So if everybody wouldn't mind doing that. So what I'd like to do is, my name is Chris Thomas, and tonight we're going to introduce a company, a product, a science.
I think we lost Chris Thomas. Yay!
One thing you can't control is modern technology, so I apologize for that. I'm constantly dropping calls, but that's just the way it is. So, but anyway, buddy, welcome to the grand opening. We're so happy to have everybody on the call. I heard a tremendous amount of beeps and introductions, and thank you for *6ing your phone. So now what we're going to talk about is a company called FG Express. They're based in Orem, Utah. Actually, no, they're not in Orem, Utah anymore. They've moved to a brand new office, and I think it's called Pleasanton. And it's gorgeous. It's like a Google Center. So really, what we're talking about isn't just an opportunity; it's a new way of doing business in the network marketing world. For those of you that have never heard of networking or don't believe it works. There's a few people on the line tonight that are testament that it does work, but really what we're going to talk about today are just the facts, what is and then what can be, and then we'll more than welcome to answer any questions. So Nikki, welcome to your grand opening. What Nikki's launching is a business that is a Class 1 listed medical device. It is not an approved medical device. It is a listed medical device. So it's a Class 1 listed medical device that is the only product I've ever heard of that has been listed inside the direct selling industry and the network marketing industry. So our space, up until December 12th, our product was not listed. It was just that, a product. It was a product that had a lot of great testimonials, had a lot of great believers and followers, if you will, but it was not a listed Class 1 medical device. On December 12th, all that changed. And what we offer today is a company that is a 10-year-old, rock-solid, Whole Foods networking company that has been selling their product and has been publicly listed on the New York Stock Exchange for 10 years, selling their stock at about 4 cents a share, somewhere between 4 cents and 9 cents. About a year and a half ago, the stock was still selling for about 9 cents a share. Today, that stock is over $1 a share. The only reason that is even possible is because how does the stock go for 10 years, somewhere between 4 cents and 9 cents, and then in the last 1 year, 15 months, increase in sales that much? It's happened because the Whole Foods Products Company was just moving along. They were in about 22, 23 countries. when the CEO of the company, Ron Williams, was given a pain strip, and it was a strip much like a lot of the strips he had seen or patches he had seen in the past, except the strip looked different, it felt different, and what it actually did was completely different. You see, he had broken his back just a couple of years before, and he had constant injury, constant swelling and stiffness and injury in that area. So in the morning he would have to get up, and he would have to take like a rubber band, like a substance, and he would have to stretch his back out every single morning until one day when he went to the chiropractor and he got adjusted. The chiropractor put this patch on his back after he adjusted him, and it totally changed what happened next. Ron went home, didn't think much of it, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and just got right out of bed. And he realized right then, well, what's different? He went and he felt into his back, and he realized he still had that patch on, and that changed everything. He then went directly to the scientist who invented the patch and negotiated the exclusive worldwide rights to this, what is now a Class 1 medical device. It was already just becoming a patented product. Now it is a patented Class 1 medical device sold inside a publicly traded company. So it's very interesting what we have here. We have a tiger by the tail. About a year ago, the company made the decision that they wanted to form and then launch a global network marketing opportunity that they could basically ship anywhere in the world in almost like a greeting card format. So it was light enough to ship anywhere. And this product, when put into an envelope, 15 of these devices is just like having a greeting card sent to you. It's about the same size. And he realized right then that he had a product that he could take into 190 countries worldwide, literally creating the pulse of the globe. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, having the opportunity to both, imagine the relief. Now we've become a Class 1 listed medical device for the temporary relief of pain, which means put it where it hurts. Very simply, put it where it hurts. Yes, you can tell your own personal testimony, but you don't need to be telling others because you just put it where it hurts, and it works, no matter what it is. It's a Class 1 medical device for the temporary relief of pain, and we've now launched it in pre-launch into 177 of those 190 countries, including the United States. What's so exciting here is it gives us the opportunity to both use a revolutionary device for the relief of pain and the improved cosmetic appearance of skin, which means, yes, the improved cosmetic appearance of skin. Okay, that means when you put this strip on, it actually improves the skin itself. It's amazing. It's an amazing strip. So once again, just put it where it hurts and let the product do the talking. So is there science behind it? Absolutely. Once again, I said we are a patented Class 1 medical device. Okay? We are also in a publicly traded company, and our stock is blown through the roof. So all of those things said, what I'd like to do real quick before we get into the business of this is I have some people on the phone. I have Mark Holmes on the phone, and Mark has been on this particular device for some time. He has been in the construction industry for a very long time, and I've known him since I was a kid. So I believe Mark's on because he's the one who's three-waying me into the call. So, Mark, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind just kind of explaining, or telling your story in just in a brief time, and then adding anything you want to add, and then I'll just continue.
Well, thanks for letting me speak here, Chris. I appreciate that. But as far as the product is concerned, it's affected me in major ways. My back, I guess the best way I can explain my back situation is it's an absolute train wreck. I've got major pain that I deal with all the time. I've got degenerative discs. I've got arthritis. I've got scoliosis. So I've had tremendous results with the product. So it's not only affected me financially, but physically also. The great thing about the power strips is, it's helping a lot of people, and especially when we can help our family, like my mother. My mother, she's got major back issues also. You can actually look at her and see that she has issues with her back. She recently ran out of strips, just a little bit, in between, next shipment, and she needed some strips. So she was without the strips for about a day or so. And I tell you, she was on the phone with me, and I was talking with her, and she was almost in tears. So it's not just it's helping each of us, but it's helping when we can help our families. It's even better. But the best thing I love about this, and Chris, I love building internationally. We can help people all over the world, and being able to ship this anywhere in the world is just absolutely incredible. That's what I really love about this. But also to being able to work and be a part of a team like this. I've been full-time in the industry for quite some time, and I've never come across anything where everything has aligned all at once. We've got an incredible product that stands alone. We've got incredible corporate background, and the team. I mean, the team is absolutely awesome. As far as the support, anything that's needed, the team is there for the support. But I couldn't be more pleased with everything the way it's aligned here, and I'm real excited about helping Nikki and her organization. Nikki, I know you're real excited, and you're well on your way to creating something extraordinary here. So I couldn't be more happy for you. And thank you for letting me speak here, Chris.
Of course. Thank you so much for that, Mark. That was great. And Mark's one of our partners that work directly with us in the building of FG Express. Mark got involved, has recently done a virtual grand opening just like we're seeing today, and has got his business off to a fast start. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce another member of the team. She's been an absolute superstar. The company knows who she is. She's raised up so far. What's interesting is it's one thing to enroll distributors. Okay, it's one thing to sign people up. A lot of people think network marketing is a business of signing people up. It's really not. And I try to say that, and sometimes it just doesn't come across right. But, what we're witnessing, to witness it is another thing. And what we try to do is raise up leaders here. We want to put you in business and then give you the tools that are necessary for you to succeed. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce someone who's raised up as many one-star diamonds in the whole company as anybody, which is the first level of leadership. And she's also one thing that this product does, and I'll let her tell you about that if she wants, is it goes really well in the medical community. And she has been able to introduce a doctor. Now, understand how difficult how good you have to be at understanding what we have versus everything else that's out there to be able to go into an active, open doctor's office and be able to show that doctor how this venture with this team is more effective of her time than other things she's doing within the medical community. And this doctor has bought into this whole, the FGX company and our products and the doctors and the science and everything else, and done her own research and has raised up to 3-star diamond. or I say diamond, I don't know why I keep saying that, to 3-star, which is a level of leadership in the company that is you start at 1 and you go to 8. And to already be at 3-star, we are still in what's known as pre-launch. And when I say pre-launch, our company is literally establishing outposts in all of these countries. We're establishing the pioneers, the people that go and change the way things are done in certain industries are the pioneers. What's going out right now, what makes this unique is our company doesn't officially launch for business until May of 2015. Yet we're in what's known as a pre-launch right now, and that's where we're putting the pieces in place. Now, does that mean that you get paid for what you do? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we pay every 7 days, and it's like clockwork. You can pay by check, or you can pay by direct deposit into your bank account, or you can leave it in the e-wallet. Entirely up to you. In a couple of weeks, you're going to be able to do your auto ship and make other payments and buy product through your e-wallet. I can't wait till that happens. That's very exciting. It allows you, as a new business owner of this venture, to lock your business up for 8 to 10 years instead of 8 to 10 months. See, what happens is when people come into a business like this, the reason that they fail isn't necessarily because they don't know anyone. It's because they don't understand how to take who they are versus who that person is, no matter where they come from, and give that person what they need versus what they want. Give that person what they need. Give them, if they have pain relief, give them something that's going to take their pain away. Don't try to explain it like a doctor would. Hand it to them. Say, look, I don't know enough about it. All I know is that when I put this on people, they love it and they smile, and that's the truth. Make it easy on yourself. Don't make it difficult. Understand that this is like, imagine if you were the first guy or the first girl, and you were to go into a town and you were the only person in town that had aspirin. And nobody had aspirin or Advil or Aleve or Tylenol or any of that. And you were the first person to sell aspirin. That's what this is like. Except we're doing our pain relief through far infrared technology, which is absolutely 21st century technology. And I'm going to let Lisa Griggs talk to that. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to introduce Lisa Griggs to the call right now. And she's, like I said, she's been around the team for a while. She's having great success with the products, introducing it to all kinds of people and doctors and everything else. So, Lisa, would you pop on the call? Hold on one second.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Chris Thomas, for that amazing introduction. Thank you, Nikki, for having this grand opening. Congratulations to you, and just wish you all the best of success. I've actually had the privilege of meeting Nikki through this business, and we've worked together a little bit, and it's been truly enjoyable and fun, to say the least. So, Mark, I heard what you just had to say, and unlike Mark, you had said that you had a lot of pain with your back and things like that. I didn't really have pain necessarily physically, but I had a tremendous amount of pain financially when I first took a look at this FG Express business. And I'm a single mom with 3 kids under the age of 11. And I was in a huge transition in my life. I've been around business all of my life, and I got out of that and got into ministry full-time for about 15 years and was coming into a season where I had to now provide for my kids on my own. And actually, when I was introduced to this business that week, my car was repossessed, and I was really struggling financially and not knowing what I was going to do. I actually was introduced to this business by Chris Thomas, who you guys are hearing from tonight. And I will say this, that I've been in this business for the last 6 months, and it has absolutely changed my life from a financial perspective. It has changed my children's lives. I can now, I was able to, just do simple things that, maybe some of you on the line can relate to. I was able to get into a bigger apartment so that my daughter and I didn't have to share a room anymore, so that she had her own room, which, can be very important to an 11-year-old little girl. And, was able to put my boys into jiu-jitsu, which was very important to me because my youngest son was diagnosed with ADHD, and they wanted to put him on Adderall and so on and so forth. So not wanting to do that, I was now able to afford to put him into jiu-jitsu, which, made it possible for him to not be on medication, which was huge for me. And it just allowed me to work from home. And when my kids need me or I want to be there for them at a school event, I can just put my pen down and my phone down, and I can drive a few blocks away to be at my daughter's, recitals, or be at my son's, football games, or take them to jiu-jitsu, and just have a quality of life with them that I was not able to have with them before. So it's really been a tremendous blessing for me. I've been able to build a business globally right from my home. I have a sales team now in Norway and Philippines, and I've expanded into other countries, and am still doing that, on a daily basis. So one of the things that I work with is I work with doctors, and I work with medical professionals. And I go out and I see doctors, and I've been able to engage them very easily into this product because it is a Class 1 medical device. And, they're waiting for us. So, if you're on this call and, you've never had a background in selling medical devices, neither did I. And, but I got out there and I put a pair of scrubs on and started going out and talking to doctors. And, I wasn't really sure how they were going to respond, but they're absolutely blown away by this technology. And the more that I got out there, the more doctors began to use it on their patients, and now it's become a first line of defense for people coming into their practices that are in need of relieving their pain. So it's been a very exciting time for me because I have doctors now that call me. I have hospitals like Kaiser that call me and, are very interested in this technology. So it's just a matter of time before, all the doctors all over the U.S. and globally are aware of the power strip. And if you're listening today and you're like me and you're in financial pain and you're looking for a way out, this is a very, very serious vehicle to do it with. And, it's like, I say it like this, it's like going from a mountain bike jumping onto a bullet train. It has a very intentional track. It has a very intentional purpose. The company's leadership is second to none. They've been doing this a long time. What I appreciated about them the most was they are true humanitarians. Many of the leadership, they care so deeply for others, and they just want to help other people so much. And I recognize that in them. And that's what helped me to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna really work this business as much as I can, and I'm going to do it full time, and I'm going to jump in with both feet. And it's been an absolute blessing in my life. So, I'm just here to encourage you guys that if you're looking for something, this is definitely a way that it can happen for you. I'm a living example of that, and now, like I said, it's spilled over, onto my kids and onto those that I love around me. So I'm very grateful to be on the call. Nikki, again, congratulations on your business. Really excited for you. I know you're going to do great, and thanks that we're able to work together. So back to you, Chris.
All right, thanks so much for that, Lise. So there's just another piece. I mean, this is a real opportunity to own a global business, start from home. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter where you start from. It just matters that you get started. There's a real simple question, and I'm going to go into this in a minute. But there's a question that you have to ask yourself before we go to this next part. Every single person should write down this question. do I want to earn 8% of my business that I'm about to start, or do I want to earn 12% of a business that I'm about to start right now? And then answer it very honestly. And then decide to yourself, okay, if I was to start a business today, a real business. Now, when I say a real business, I mean a business that's going to pay you 6 months from now. I mean a business that's going to pay you 3 years from now. I mean a business that's going to pay you 10 years from now. A real business where every single week, every single month, you receive a paycheck because you have your business turned on. The only way to turn your business on here with FGX Express or FG Express is to understand that this company, as any long-term company, the goal of the company is to develop a long-term customer base. Our entire business model is based on the same model that a Costco or a BJ's is based off of. It's very simple. Every single person makes a decision. Do I want to have a basic membership, which is going to cost me $69, basically $69 a month, and it's going to give me what's known as $50 in commissionable volume? That just means that that's what's credited to the business as you build it. Okay, and I'll go into that in a minute. Or do I want to have a business that pays me 12% because I'm spending roughly $130 every single month to keep the lights on? That's what this is about. How do you keep the lights on? Well, what we realized is that my goal is not to have you worried about how you're going to keep the lights on 6 months from now. My goal is to have you focused on building a real residual, that means it pays you whether you work or not, residual income every single 7 days for the rest of your life. So how do we create those two things out of this product? Well, the company that owns this product and the man that runs this company and the woman that's the president of this company, Brenda Hong, they're experts in the area of network distribution. And what they do is they know exactly what to create, and they've created a product that they can send in 100 to 190 countries. Now, most network marketing companies only offer somewhere between 1 or 2 up to 100. That means 100 countries. That means 100 places that you can market your product to. And some of those countries, some of those companies offer what's known as different compensation plans in each country. So the first thing you want to find is a product that you can offer in a whole bunch of countries. So no matter where you know someone, you can actually engage in a business relationship if you choose to. So that's the first thing. Number 2 is find a company that offers a seamless. Seamless means that whether you get paid here in the U.S. or you get paid in Spain or Ireland or Korea, you're getting paid the same base compensation plan. And the reason you do that is a seamless compensation plan allows long-term, allows you to build. For this company to be able to offer this product in a seamless compensation plan is unheard of. For them to do it in 190 countries is unheard of. Right now we're shipping to 177, and we don't officially even launch until May of 2015. And we're launching at the Bellagio in New York. So I encourage everyone who's on the phone today to ask yourself, do you want to be on one case of auto ship or do you want to be on 2? Because that's really the only decision you have to make. Do I want to earn 8% of my business or do I want to earn 12% of my business? Now, I'd love to give you all the particulars, but I will tell you this. that a very short period of time ago, less than a year ago, I got exposed to this company. I was involved with another network marketing company. I had been involved in the industry for many, many, many years, 27 years. And I can tell you this, that until I found this company, this product, this management team, this way of building, everything, I never felt like I was home. And I've been in the industry for a long time, and you become very cynical, even if you make lots of money. And I can tell you the greatest networkers in the world, not just people who've never done this, but the greatest networkers in the world are gathering in one place. Right now it's FG Express. And the reason it's this company is because it's led by, this isn't anything new. This isn't a game. This is what we do professionally. Mark does this professionally. Mark made a decision not because he didn't have contracts in the construction area. Mark's a very busy guy in the world of construction, very busy. I mean, as a matter of fact, when I first met him or re-met him, he was so busy, he was working 7 days a week doing construction. He had jobs that were just lined up for him to do. So it's not like he didn't have any jobs. So you have to think about this. This isn't just a last-ditch effort. This is a real business, but it's offered to anybody. See, I just got back from the Philippines, and when I was in the Philippines, we had to teach people a very simple system because there's people in the Philippines that are either very rich or very, very poor. We had to create a system that was available for everyone. And when I say poor, I'm not talking poor like here in the U.S. I'm really not. I mean, I'm not talking poor like here in the U.S. And when you can develop a system where a person may only earn $50 or $100 a month, and you can create a system that can allow that person to start a business, that's a global system. We're thriving in the Philippines, thriving in Japan, thriving in Thailand, thriving in Vietnam. We're blowing up in Kazakhstan. And France is the #1 country in the world with our company. How crazy is that? Not the U.S., not Brazil, not Japan, France. It shows that a leader just has to show up. If that leader shows up and that leader lives in St. Petersburg, Florida, or that leader lives anywhere in the world, that leader could live in Port Lucie or anywhere. And if that leader shows up, no matter where that leader's from, people will come from miles around to watch that person burn. You don't have to have any experience. You just have to have a burning desire. See, we create the experience. We've been doing this for many, many, many years. And there's never been a product offered. There's never been a management team around. And truly, there's never been an opportunity. And this isn't just some sales pitch. I've never been more honored to work with a company than this one. And so, take a look at it. If you want to get started, I suggest you get back to the person who invited you, which is Nikki. And you say, Nikki, I want to turn my business on. I want to have it on 10 years from now, and I want to earn 12% of my business. All that really means, and by the way, you can cancel this anytime, but I don't encourage you to. What this really means is that you've now taken the first step to turn your business on, and that's placing an order. Place an order for either 1 pack or 2 packs if you just want to try it and you don't know if you want to do a business. But if you're serious about this and you say, you know what, I believe these people. I believe Nikki. I believe Mark. I believe Lisa. That guy Chris, if he knows what he's talking about, fantastic, good. But anyway, I'm telling you guys right now, this is real. My father was a steel worker. I grew up with nothing. I've never had a job, not because I thought I was too good for it, but because I never wanted to work for someone the rest of my life and like my dad, he worked at Bethlehem Steel for 38 years, died of a massive heart attack, just like that. And you start to realize that my dad was 57 years old. I'm 47 right now. And I look at it as I'm going to spend every day the rest of my life doing exactly what I want to do and nothing else but. And the reason I say that is this is what I want to do. And these are the people I want to do it with. And to be able to affect people from all over the world, no matter what economic status they are currently in, and be able to show them a way out. And be able to, more importantly than show them a way out, show them how to show others a way out. You see, I was the youngest of 5. I never had, nobody ever thought I'd do anything. Mark's known me since I was 10 years old. I started this industry and this journey a long, long, long time ago. And the only reason that I'm having success now is because I had tremendous mentors. They beat into me what was necessary, because I was too stupid to realize what was really right in front of me. And I didn't realize that this doesn't take years and years and years. The reason they call things like this a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not even close. You'll work harder than you ever have. You'll feel more embraced with a team that actually cares about you than you ever have. Doesn't matter how old or how young you are. You have an opportunity to spend every minute of whatever time you have with people who actually, all you have to do is be around this. We're doing a fly-in grand at the brand new office and invite any of you that have an interest to fly in on August 5th and 6th into the company. And if you have an interest in that, I want you to reach out to Nikki and let her know in addition to enrolling, because our company is not like anything you've ever seen. I don't know how else to say that. Yes, there's people making a lot of money, but they're making a lot of money because people are buying a lot of these strips. And the only reason people are buying a lot of these strips, or one of the reasons people are buying a lot of these strips, is because they just work so darn good. The other reason is a whole lot of people have been exposed to this, or not a whole lot, but have been exposed to this through this concept of friend, telling friends and people about how they started their own virtual grand opening, and they're inviting everybody to their business. And that's what this is. This product is really just that. There's probably about 70% of the people on the line are going to say, you know what, I'd love to try that. About 30% are going to go, there might be a business there for me. See, if you know anybody that has pain, it's not even about you. If you know anybody else that has pain in your area or your family or in your contact list, then this product's for you. Because this product gets rid of pain. Who do you know that has pain? Do you know anyone that has pain? That's what you ask. It's not about the person you're talking to. It's about everybody they know. And if you feel like you can take one of these strips and place it on someone's back or their neck, right where their back and their neck meet, or that have them place it on their heart. If you feel like you can do that, then you can do this business. Because what happens is, as soon as you place this product on someone, they see the results. You don't have to tell them anything. All the science, all the doctors' testimonials, my testimonial, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What matters is if I take this product and I put it on you, does it work? And you've heard from a few people, and even doctors now are buying it. If it didn't work, you wouldn't hear any of those stories. You'd see it on an infomercial. So I invite anybody to, and Mark, I want to keep bringing you back in because I don't want you to feel like you're out of this call, because it's because of Mark, just to understand the way this concept works, just so I as we go into the next phase, to understand how this exactly works. Mark, maybe you could talk about kind of, if you have anything else you want to hit on, but maybe go into the concept of the comp plan, and then you and I will do some role playing and explain that, but in a way that you and I and everybody else on the line can understand. How do you get paid? Okay, Mark, so I'm going to ask you, how do you get paid?
Well, one of the things I love about this is, Chris, is the simplicity. Just by what we're doing now, for example, and what you've done and what we duplicate here, just by sharing products and sharing the information, helping people get started, we get what's called a fast start. And basically, the fast start is great in the beginning. It's helping people get started. It's 25%. So it's a 25% upfront commission. So when you're getting started, you've got, let's say somebody starts with a double pack. You've got somebody, and we're paid based on volume. Somebody starts with a double pack.
So let's say Jennifer starts with a double pack. So go ahead. So Jennifer starts with a double pack. Keep going.
Yeah, Jennifer, you're starting with a double pack. It creates 100 CV. It's a volume. We're paid based off of volume. So that 100 CV, you're paid 25%.
So Nikki shares this, and Jennifer says, "Hey, I'll start with a double pack." So go ahead. So keep going, Mark.
Yeah. So basically, the person that is sponsoring that person gets paid.
So that would be Nikki. So let's say Nikki, because Nikki wouldn't just sponsor. Just so I understand, we're using this and telling this whole story. I don't know anybody on the call, just so you understand that. I'm just going to role play. Okay, so if this is not you, it's okay. I'm just going to use the names and role play. So we're going to have some fun here. Okay, right. So go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. So Nikki, you would make the $25 commission based on that fast start, and you can do that as many times as you like. You have everybody works at their own pace. Nikki, she could bring on 10 people in 1 week. $25. If everybody starts at a double pack, $25. Some people that are going to be more business savvy and serious about the business and building, and they want to start with one of the higher packages. Your commission, it could be as much as $337. So you can see how this can increase. The beginning part is very powerful.
But let's say that you're not a salesperson. Okay, I know a lot of people on the line, and they're not salespeople. They're not looking to go to work and become a door-to-door salesman. That's not why they're on the call today. They're on the call today because they want to develop some leverage in their life. They want to have the ability to generate an income whether they work or not. And most of them don't want to work more than 3 years. So let's put them on the fast track to success. Every single person on the line. Let's think of that right now. How do we not just make money, not just get to that point, but how do we take someone from right now at zero, nothing, no knowledge, to 100% capacity, and for the next 3 years, an absolute metamorphosis of their life and their business? That's what we're really talking about, Mark. It really is. That's what we're talking about. So what I'd like to do is explain the next 3 parts of the comp plan. And that is this. In addition to that fast start bonus, that 25% fast start bonus, no matter who Nikki decided to introduce, no matter who decided that, hey, I want to buy 1 pack or 15 devices to try, or I want to buy 2 packs or 30 devices to try. If that were one of the two, just for people wanting to use the product, that's fine. But let's say that Nikki says, I want to build a business. And that's why we're on the call today, because Nikki doesn't just want to build a business. And the only way for Nikki to be successful is to care more about the people that are about to enroll in her business than her own success. It's a crazy business. I'm going to tell you right now. If you've never done network marketing, it's not about you. And some people come from different industries. I came from, when I was very young, I came from the direct marketing industry, and I owned a telemarketing company, and I grew up in the car business where I had lots of friends around me that were owners of car dealerships and finance managers, and my own nephew runs a car dealership, and we're like brothers. So I'm familiar with it, and all kinds of different businesses. But what I can tell you is network marketing, unlike most other businesses, is very, very different. It's a business based on only relationships. And I know you have those. You have to have them in the car business or any other kind of business just to have repeat customers. No question about that. Og Mandino proved that, which was a great car salesman guy. But the network marketing industry was created not based on you having the ability to close in 1,000 ways, but it was based on you having the simple knowledge of the average person, and it's probably a lot higher now, but the average person knows about 250 people. And if the average person knows about 250 people, you need to only make really 2 lists. And those lists are, who do I know who's in pain? Probably everybody, some kind, whether it's migraine pain or shoulder pain or ankle pain or just, pain in the butt or whatever it is. It could be financial pain or pain in your wallet, or everybody's in pain. I mean, let's just be clear. Everybody's in pain. I think we all go through our entire lives in some kind of pain. And so it's our goal here is to help relieve that pain in a temporary fashion, that every single time you put this patch on, you're pretty much going to have a relief of pain for up to 48 hours. So it's pretty cool. So, and you're the only game in town. Remember, I mean, we're a young company. We probably have less than, 20,000 distributors right now in Forever Green in the United States. So with all of that considered, no matter where you're from, I can tell you right now, I'm about to do a tour and come to Florida. I know a lot of people here are from Florida. I'm about to come to Florida. The reason I'm coming there is we're doing a big tour we're going to be in the cities, and we're deciding what cities we're going to go to now based on the results or the input that we get, and we're going to come into the cities and we're going to build right next to you, and we're going to build with you. And we're going to do that because that's how you develop a long-term sales force and a long-term business. I want people who are on the call today, no matter what your background, if you're serious, then you need to get back to Nikki and say, how do I start my business? And Nikki can tell you. So let's go into the second part. The second part of the business is what's known as an X-Tribe. Now, an X-Tribe is how you make money. It's the reason that it's one of the main reasons that Forever Green Express is having the massive success they are right now. It's because they're teaching everybody that when you come in and use these strips, refer these strips to at least 4 people that you really care about. And help them make the most basic of choices. Do I want 15 of these strips a month, or do I want 30? It's that simple. And help them, those 4 people, help them do the exact same thing. Help each one of those 4 people introduce and share the power of the strips with just 4 people. If you do that, then this entire conversation is moot, because you're now receiving your business. You're receiving the patches for free, and you're in business for free. You receive 3 websites. You receive a website for Forever Green Express. You receive a website for the solar strips, and you receive. I'm waiting to get another. There it is. And you receive a website for the professional program, which is the program that Lisa's focused and what she does a lot of, is the professional doctors program. So you receive all of those websites, and you receive a up-to-date 24-hour-a-day, 7-day a week, automated back office system to run your business, and that's all included for $12 a year. All of that I just talked about, the company gives us for $12 a year. So I'm not talking about a lot of money here. I'm talking about the ability to for $12 a year, the same cost or less that it costs to join BJ's, or the same cost that it costs to join Costco or another product, you now have the opportunity to be a member of Forever Green Express. Whether you choose to be a customer or you choose to be a distributor, you're probably going to want to try the product. So get back to Nikki and ask her how you can buy the product, and she can run you to her website. And that's literally, that is helping Nikki. That's helping her start her business off. Because whether you choose to be a customer or you want to become a business builder, it's fine. It's totally okay. Most people, when they join any networking company, and especially with a pain product like this, we're witnessing, as long as they understand how to enroll people, so how to use this product and then how to share it. As long as they understand those two things, everything else takes care of itself. You see, you don't really need to know much. If you want, we can even set your what's known as back office when you first enroll. You can have your sponsor set it so that either your people are falling into something called a holding pen, which every 7 days means that everybody you enroll during that week goes into this pen, and you can decide where to place them, okay, in your business to maximize both their experience as well as yours. Or you can choose another 3 options. That's what's so great about this back office system. You can even choose whether you want to put it. Everybody has 2 teams. You have a team A and a team B. Whether you want to place everybody on your team A, you can do that. If you want to place everybody on team A, you can do that. And it's just by making the decision in a very simple interface of yes or no. It's so simple that we can either do it with you or you can do it by yourself. It's very, very simple. And you get one of those, and every minute of every day, as soon as you enroll, automatically the most important part of your back office is set up, and that is you're immediately tied to every product that is bought, sold, referred of anyone that you personally referred into this business and anyone they've personally referred for infinity, for the life of this company. That's what makes this such a valuable business, because you can refer as little as 2 people and you can make a living. If you refer 4 and you help those 4, you'll change a tremendous amount of lives. You'll eliminate or at least temporarily relieve pain. That's why I got to keep saying that, because that's what it is. It's the temporary relief of pain. But that's what we want. We want a product that we can give someone that they're going to use, that they're going to come back and buy again. And that's the strip. So all you have to do is commit people and get people to use this product every day, leave it on where they have pain, and they will never want to be without it. So it's kind of the puppy dog close. You go into their home, you get them on the strip, you tell them a story, you leave them a couple of strips, and you come back in 3 days and you enroll them because they don't want to be without the strips. It's that simple. That's what we do. You want to have enough product on hand that you can do this 7 to 10 times. If you want to do this part-time, you can do this as little as 15 times a month, one every other day. That's really part-time. Anybody can do that, and you can really legitimately build a business. And I would recommend everybody that whether you just want to try the product or you want to just do this really part-time, order 2 packs of strips. They make it really easy for you to do that. It's 30 strips. If you want to do this as a business, you need to just decide there's 4 packages that are available, and any of those 4 packages are more than worth themselves. They give you a lot more product for a bang for the buck, and they give you something called a lateral transfer. The first 3 months of your business, when you buy one of these advanced product packs, which is a bunch of additional free product, so it's not like you're just signing up and buying a pack with a bunch of training stuff. We give you that. We just give you more and more product, so it becomes a lower value. You get more product. So what you want to think about is if you're getting more product and you're doing these presentations and you're part-time serious or full-time, then you want to look at doing a minimum of 1 introduction a day. Maximum, there is no limit. I know that distributors like Mark and Lisa and people who are professionals in this industry, they may talk to 5 or 10 or 15 or 100 people a day sometimes. And because it's about the business, it's about the following and finding the leadership. But I have witnessed others who can spend as little as an hour a day, but they're like lasers. And they laser in, they know what they're doing. They're able to sign up 1 person every couple of months, but those people are they're building the business in a different way. So there's lots of different ways to build this. If you're looking to get out of where you're at right this second and you need to make money, then I would recommend that you buy as large a pack as you can and use every single sample as an opportunity to do a one-on-one meeting. Don't send out a lot of samples. Meet with people one-on-one. Explain. Get with Nikki. That's what she's doing. Do a virtual grand opening immediately. Go into your circle of influence and allow us to help you build the business. This is a very duplicatable way that anyone can take the pressure off themselves and just introduce their friends and their family and let us explain what we do. I've been doing this for 27 years. I've never met a company like this. I've been with them since November, and the income I earn now is ridiculous. And I'm very blessed. And so are the people who get involved and who are on this call right now. You have the opportunity to relieve yourself of pain temporarily. Of course, keep the patch on. You notice I keep saying that. And and also we have other great products coming down the pike. I talked about solar strips. Our solar strip product is an amazing product. It's an amazing product line. It's made with marine phytoplankton. Marine phytoplankton comes from the sea. It's one of the smallest organisms in the world, and yet it's eaten by the largest mammal in the world as its primary food source, the blue whale. The blue whale lives to be 200 years old and apparently has sex till the day it dies. Now, I've never seen that, but I've heard it. So with that said, marine phytoplankton is an amazing product. We offer it in a strip. It almost looks like a Listerine food strip, and it's very minty. It tastes like a lemon mint type of flavor, and it's very good, and it's very good for you. It comes in, I believe it's 37.5 milligrams per dosage, and you'll want to take 2 or 3 of these things a day, and it's an amazing product. That's an additional product to the Power Strip. So we're bringing out products that change people's lives, not just the normal product that everybody's seen, but things that are revolutionary, technologies that are exclusive. So with that said, what I'd like to do is, Nikki, I'd like to turn it back over to you for right now. Now, there are 3 other ways to earn income real quick. Those ways are team, matching, and rank. Now, the reason I'm not going to go too much into that is because most people aren't actually professional networkers and understand that our business model will pay you every 7 days based on the first 2 areas that I talked about. Introduce 4 people. Help them decide that they actually want to have a business 10 years from now, and then help them decide, do you want to earn 8% of your business every week? That's the team commission. Or do you want to earn 12% of your business every week? And that's the next 3 parts. The first part is to decide, do I want to do this part-time or serious? Do I want to use the product? And do I want to help Nikki? So, Nikki, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Well, thank you, Chris. That was awesome. A lot of great information. I appreciate you being on the call. Lisa, it was a pleasure. And I love the surprise. Thank you very much. And definitely it was great. I hope you guys took lots of notes and were able to get all of your questions answered. If you have any questions, I guess now is the time to ask. We have the best team on the phone right now. Go ahead and unmute and take any questions. Anybody have any questions out there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I talked through the whole thing.
Nick, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. This is Jennifer. As much as we've dealt with a lot of things, what does this make difference from anything out there? There's a lot of questions to be had because this does work for people, and anybody that does listen. Nikki sent this to me. I live in Georgia. I've known this girl for 20 years. And I know that if there's something that she's committed to it, and I'll back her up 100%. It worked for me. It didn't work for my father. It worked for my mother. But, if this is a side income or doing anything else, how are you going to propose this without this looking like a pyramid or anything else? And make them understand that it does work without just sending free stuff, which is going to be coming out of your pocket initially.
Sure, 1 second. Let me get to the point. Okay. Back.
Sorry. I
that's
do marketing.
Okay.
I work on the phones.
Hey, you know what? I did too. I started my career as a telemarketer. I started
Special data processing.
Yep, fantastic. Well, that's a great question. I haven't gotten that one in a long time. Just so you understand. I mean, and I appreciate it. So I'm ready for that one. It's very simple. I mean, our industry has proven itself. First of all, when people use the term pyramid scheme, it's that they don't understand what we do. And the industry of network marketing is now a $167 billion industry. And when you compare that to other industries like the film industry or like the home industry or like the stock industry, we are 3 to 4 times larger. Do you understand that? As an industry now, we're no longer a small little tiny industry. As a matter of fact, this past weekend, when you talk about network marketing, the industry as a whole stood up to the largest, one of the best stock analysts in the world, and backed him down, beat him down. The industry as a whole stood up, and Herbalife as a company, Herbalife is a competitive company to our company, but Herbalife has been answering this question about a pyramid for many, 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 many years. And our industry, if anything, is not a pyramid. Our industry, as a matter of fact, when you look at the profession of the stock industry or other industries, those industries are actually built on a pyramid concept much more than ours are. Our industry is such that if you introduce me and you choose not to do anything else except to introduce me, I will absolutely out-earn you. 100%. A pyramid states that the only person who makes money is the person on top. We couldn't be further from a pyramid. True network marketing allows the best to rise to the top. It's actually the best barometer of true success in the world because it tells you exactly who you are by basically what your check is every single week, not what your title is. There's nothing like it in the world. I mean, truly, there's nothing like it in the world. And I've been doing this for 25 years. So when it comes to what makes us different, what else makes us different is that this company has been operating in the space of network marketing for a decade. And when you operate for a decade, the president was the founder, Ron Williams, was also the president of the Multi-Level Marketing Association, the Worldwide Association of Multi-Level Marketing, for 2 years. And you only do that because what you represent and what you do is beyond reproach.
It's a question that has to be asked. You know that.
No, I love it. Oh, my God, I love the question. This is so awesome. You don't understand. I'm excited. This is great. I thank you for that. You know, there's 1,000 people who want to ask that question you asked.
Yeah.
There really are. And I think it's so great that you asked it because it is a question that if I had to plant someone in an audience, that's what they would ask. I mean that. I'm totally serious. If I had to go 1,000, because it's such a great question, and everybody
you
wants
to weed out the good and the bad. You want to get through the you want to know the product works. Does it work for people?
Well, a good way to know.
You know,
I mean, and this is good. A good way to know this. A really good way to know what the difference between a pyramid scheme scheme is and what it has to have a product, first of all. In China right now, they're going through that a lot. They're going through that in China where a lot of the supposedly network marketing programs are nothing more than services. They're some kind of buyer's club or some kind of service or gambling or some kind of service. That's not real network marketing. That's scam-based Ponzi schemes.
Right.
That's what that is. Understand that, please. That's what gives us as real. I've never done anything like that. I've only ever been in the products industry. The first company I was with is still in business today. So is the last company I was with. Every company I chose, for whatever the reason, to move on. I still receive checks from incomes that I created 20 years ago. It's the most amazing industry in the world. As long as you don't cross-recruit and do something that's wrong and decide, remember, this industry is more about the people that you introduce than it is about you. That's how you get away from the idea of a pyramid scheme. You focus more on when people enroll as a membership, into a membership program, whether they enroll just because they want to get the discounted rate and be able to buy the product at $60 or $120, okay, whether they want the discounted rate or because they want to enroll, use the product, and build a business, whichever they want to do, it's totally okay with us. I mean, it really is. We're here because we have discovered, much like the people that first discovered aspirin, we've discovered something that relieves pain. And why wouldn't you want to tell everybody about it? And then we attached to that a compensation plan to buy as much or as little product as you want. That's what makes us not a pyramid scheme, because it's nothing like a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is designed that the person who enrolls first enrolls two and teaches those two to do the same, and they do that 3 times. And the idea of a pyramid scheme is once it runs its course, the reason it has to be you go get 2 and they get 2 and they call it, I don't know, an airplane or something like that. And once you get past and understand it's just that, it's a scheme. They have no product. It's just money exchanging hands. We have a real product that is now a Class 1 medical device according to the FDA. It's listed as a Class 1 medical device.
It definitely worked for me, for sure. She sent it to me, and, she just, I hadn't talked to her in a long time, and God bless her, I know that she does something. She supports it. I've got her 100%, but, I could be different from somebody else, but
absolutely.
I'm fighting knee damage.
Right.
I got another knee surgery coming up, and she gave it to me, and she said, put it on there, and it worked for me. It worked for my mom. My dad, on the other hand, but I can be testimonial for it. But, understanding from me from somebody else, you understand that's why I have
one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to try to be a testimony for anybody except yourself.
All right.
Because when you say this, it doesn't. In other words, if the product works for you, then you want to use it, and that's why you would use it, and that's why this is so unique. Is that people all over the world have never had an opportunity. Even doctors. I've spoke to several doctors in the last couple of months about this, and they all have said one thing when I ask them this question: how come you haven't? How come you only offer painkillers or anti-inflammatories to your patients? When they come in, you give them Percocet or hydrocodone or oxycodone or some other opiate-based painkiller, and then you get them addicted to painkillers, and then you wonder why we have an epidemic. And they all said the same thing. I never had an option. Wow.
Right.
How profound is that? Seriously, how profound is that? And for the first time, here we are, a bunch of network marketers in an industry that has been perceived as a pyramid scheme for 50 years, comes back to the doctors and gives them the only people that are honest enough to give them what they need, because there's an opportunity attached to it with the person who introduced them. What's wrong with that? Nothing. That's real business. That's real business. That's taking it out of the hands of big Amway. I mean, of taking it out of the hands of Walmart and of Costco and of these huge companies, Sears and Wharton and whatever else they are out there, Macy's, and it's taking it out of their hands and putting it in yours. If you meet someone in the store that's buying painkillers, you can now wait till that person walks away from the counter and hand them your business card and a strip and put it on them. And I'm telling you right now, that person will call you back and ask you for more. I've never seen anything like it.
I remember when I first put it on, it burned. It kind of burned. It tingled. It was awesome. It stopped my legs stopped throbbing. I'm due for knee
I'll tell you, it's really good if you do this, if you take it. Now, one thing that you can do with, and thank you so much for offering this, for asking questions. No, this is great. I really appreciate it. Everybody needs to hear this. Everybody. See, I'm like you. I was the person who was always asking the questions on calls, and nobody else would do it. And I always felt like, wow, man, is it just me? No, it's not just you. It's everybody on the call. Okay? So thank you so much.
I'd rather be straightforward and ask the questions.
Yeah.
We've all been
So, I mean, that's what this is about. This is about, now with your knee in particular, what I've noticed is that people can cut the patches in half, and they can use it on different parts of their leg. So, for example, put it on one side of your knee and the other side at the same time, and it'll work even better. If you're trying to heal an industry or you're trying to make it feel better, let me say that because we don't heal, treat, or cure anything. I got to say that. Also, just making sure that we're all on the same page. This is too big to mess up. That's really why I keep doing that stuff, and I keep using those disclaimers. This is too big to mess up. We don't need to make any
black and white, no gray in the middle.
Yeah, it's just too big, because all we have to do is look at what the doctors say, and then use it enough to have our own personal testimony, and then be willing to put it on people, and just to let them know, hey, look, I'm not a doctor, but the people who created this are. Just like if I gave you an aspirin or something, I'm not a doctor, but you obviously believe that the doctor who created this did it okay, or you wouldn't just take it. I mean, the people who created this have made it very safe. It's 100% natural. It's made of 3 ingredients. I didn't cover that. They're red fermented ginseng, or fermented red ginseng. They're germanium. And what's the third one? Marine phytoplankton. That's right, marine phytoplankton. So the third one is marine. So you have those 3 nutrients that make up the patch. Or make up the strip. It's more like it seems like it's made of a plant fiber. It's very unique. It actually makes your skin feel and look better when you take it off. I've never seen anything like it. I don't understand the technology, but I don't understand how to turn a light on either. I just flick the switch and it goes on. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be the doctor. I'm just trying to be happy that it works, and glad we have a patent.
I can say one thing. If Nikki can rock it on Facebook with a strip on her head for a migraine, it's sexy as it is, and it helps her in pain, and she still looks cute at it, I'm all for it. I mean,
I tell you, it's interesting you say that. And you're not, I can tell you that I've had pain, because I don't think you're allowed to give an actual what you had, but my whole life I've had migraines. I've had them, and I can only tell you that I had what appeared to be a migraine, and it came on, and my head started to hurt, and I was out of Imitrex, which I had used my whole life, or at least the last 5 or 7 years. Prior to that, I used ergotamine tartrate, midrin, hydrocodone, all kinds of stuff. I mean, including opiate-based painkillers, just to get rid of migraines. Now, all of a sudden, I try this patch. I put one on each temple and one on the back of my head, and my migraine pain never came. I got the beginning where you have those almost hallucinations for about 20 minutes before the pain sets in. And it's kind of like an indicator that you're about to have a bad migraine. And now I use the patch. I mean, that's what I use. I use the patch all the time, and it's been a blessing for me. It's been easy for me to know it works, because I just use a bunch of them. I don't use 1 or 2 patches. I mean, right now I probably got 4 patches on me, and it's just I use them all the time. And you talked about your dad not receiving benefit. One thing I would say is that use a patch, keep it on for at least 2 days. If you take a bath with it on, that's fine. It's probably better to have it taped up. There's some kind of stuff called kinesiology tape that you can use. If you keep it on for 2 days, it will work. If you replace it immediately and keep that far infrared technology on that spot for a week or 10 days, I think you'll notice some kind of a change.
Yeah, he actually did really good, but he's a stubborn-year-old. He's old, and he's 70, and he just, doesn't think that. I tried the copper penny trick on his butt. No offense,
yeah.
I'm sorry everybody hears me, but, this is new things to us, and like I said, I mean, it stopped the throbbing in my knee. I'm due for knee surgery again. I already have 2 screws pushing. I have 2 screws already in the left knee, so I'm trying to avoid all that, but it took the inflammation, it took everything, and I didn't feel it. But I don't know what Nikki has as far as headaches.
And you just want to be like, you just want to say, when you give your testimony, you want to use your testimony as power to others, and the best way to do that is to tell it in a way that, look, I had a massive amount of pain in my leg after getting an operation. I don't know. I can't explain anything else. All I know is that I used the product and the pain was gone. That's all I can tell you. And that way you don't have to say about what it did, and we don't have to make any statements. That's actually how you're allowed to, see, you and I are actually teaching everybody on the call right now. This is really, really valuable.
I'm probably going to get hated for even asking this question.
No, not at all.
No,
this is very valuable. Everybody loves this. This is great. I'm glad we used your name as the example. So you're from Georgia. My father was from Black Mountain, North Carolina. So that's a different. They breed a whole different kind of person down there. So I'm very proud to be from that area.
I was so excited. She sent me the strips. Nikki sent me the strips, and whoever hears me, I'm sorry, and I apologize now ahead. She did send them to me, and I cut them up, and I had to do it on my right leg, and I did it on my dad's foot. Like I had to use them as a guinea pig, and then I said, "Here, Nana, here, put this on there." Here, try this, and it was so good. When they were sitting, it was great. And then Nikki said, "Well, Jennifer, you probably didn't have enough strips," And that was probably being said, and that's why we're talking tonight. But unfortunately, I will ask questions, and I apologize.
No apology necessary.
Thank you for that, and Nikki, thank you so much for your call. We're here to answer your questions. It's really, how do you run your business? Mark is here. I'm here to support you in any way that I can. And we're doing this. We're doing this in many countries right now. It's very exciting for us, and we want to do it right. We want to do it correctly. We want to do it we want to make sure that because the opportunity is too big right now. It's too big for everyone.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to mess it up because it's real. The company's real, and the opportunity's real. So, Mark, I'm gonna let it go back to you and Nikki, and let you guys wrap up the call.
Great. Well, thank you, Chris, and thank you, Nikki. And one thing I'd just like to add real quick, and we'll wrap up, and I'll throw it back to you, Nikki. Is you mentioned a great thing, great point. We're not here to sell. We're here to share. And the best thing that you can do, the most simple thing you can do with this is just share samples. Put strips on people. We call it stripping people. And strip as many people as you can. So you can start with a single pack, or you can start with one of the bigger packs, whatever you like. But think about that. How many people can you strip? That's what's really going to launch your business, along with what Nikki's doing here with her grand opening. So thanks again, Nikki. I appreciate you letting me share here.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, Lisa and Chris. It was an absolute honor for you guys to be on the call with us tonight. And thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your evening. I appreciate you very much. I love and care for you all. Sorry we did go over, but I definitely hope it was a lot of information that we can go ahead and move forward with this. Have a blessed night, and